In this video, we are going to cover automations. There are four main types of automation actions that you can create in LogURA. These are sending notifications, creating tasks, adding charges and costs, and displaying banners, alerts, warnings, reminders, and approvals. Just as there are multiple automation actions that can be set up, there are also multiple ways to trigger an automation action. These include workflow status changes, field changes, field matches, customer portal events, and closing or deleting a booking. To access automations, first click on the application switcher icon in the upper right part of the screen and select the control panel option. Once you're in the control panel, click on the automations option in the main menu on the left side of the screen. The automation listing page will appear and list the automations that have been created. Each automation will be represented by a tile. In the upper left part of the tile, the name of the automation and description will appear. The bottom part of the tile will show the number of errors, number of blocks in the automation, the number of times the automation has run, and the status of the automation. A toggle on the bottom right part of the tile allows you to activate and deactivate the automation. The top part of the tile will show the last time the automation ran. There is a three dots icon in the upper right part of the tile. If you click this icon, a menu will open. The View option in the menu will allow you to view the automation. On the left side of the automation view, you will see the list of action blocks that are used in the automation. In the main canvas area, the blocks that are used in the automation will appear in sequential order from left to right. Notice the first block is a different color. This is the trigger block and determines what will trigger the automation. The blocks to the right of the trigger are the action blocks, and each represents a different action the automation will take once the trigger is activated. In the upper right corner, you can also activate and deactivate the automation from within the view page. Placing your mouse over a block will reveal a view icon. If you click on this icon, a drawer will slide open and show the details for this block. In this example, the block is a Tigger block, and the details of the trigger are shown. This example is a field match trigger. If the fields in a booking match these fields, then this automation will trigger. The sub-organization must match LogUware Germany, shipment type must match LCL, place of receipt must match New York, and client must match LogUware. If these matches occur in a booking, then this automation will trigger. Action blocks can also be viewed by clicking on the view icon beneath them. A drawer will slide open and show the details of the action block. The panel contents will change based on the type of action. In this example, the action is to create a task to file the AES and assign it to the ops team with a due date of 2 days after the MVOCC doc cutoff. You can also view the event log for the automation by clicking on the Summary option in the three dots menu. The event log will show the user and date the automation was created and the history list of all executions. Users can also leave notes in the log as well. To create a new automation, click on the New Automation button on the Automation listing page. The first step is to provide a name and description for the automation. You will also need to select the LogUware product, freight or warehouse, and the entity, quote, booking or voyage, that the automation will apply to. Once you have named the automation, the next step is to define the trigger. You do this by dragging the trigger block onto the automation canvas and drop it onto the plus icon. This will add the trigger block and open a side drawer allowing you to select the type of trigger. You can choose from the options seen above. Depending on the type of trigger you choose, the panel will prompt you for more specific information. Once you have defined the automation trigger, you are ready to begin defining the actions. You do this in the same manner as the trigger. Select the action you want to take and drag it until the plus icon. Again, a side drawer will open and allow you to enter the details for the action. You can add multiple actions to the workflow by dragging more actions onto the canvas in the sequence you want it to execute.